All right. Welcome, Holman Wrestling fans, to the second episode of the Coffee Grinder, presented by the TV Productions class and Holman Wrestling. We've had some exciting things happen this week with Holman Wrestling. I'm going to kind of talk a little bit about our middle school season, and Mr. Luloff's going to talk about upcoming events for the high school. So what do you have going this week?
Well, tonight we are headed to Arcadia for a quad. It is a varsity quad. However, we're sending our varsity reserve team, so that's exciting for us. A couple of wrestlers on the team that normally might not get that varsity experience and or varsity caliber people who, are lacking those matches. They're going to get a chance to compete tonight. We'll be squaring off against Eau Claire Memorial, Arcadia, and Galesville, Ettrick, Trempealeau. So we're hoping to win a couple duels there tonight, and we'll see how that goes, but definitely a great experience for our team. And then on Saturday, we're headed to Wausau West for the Warrior Duels. There are 8 teams there. Most notably our arch rival, Sauk Prairie, who we've seen 9 out of the last 10 years in a heated battle to go to state. We'll hopefully get an opportunity to gauge our team against them. In addition to them, we'll see Wausau West, potentially Tomo, Stanley Boyd, Spencer Columbus Catholic, Wittenberg, to name a couple. So
Awesome.
Some solid teams, and it's a good way to kick off our season, back-to-back nights. So
Awesome. Mr. Luloff's been doing this new thing this year, something to do with the mental mindset. It's more some mental training. Can you tell us a little bit about mental mindset and how that's been working for the team, or what it all entails?
Yeah, so, if you think about the sport of wrestling, the mindset part of the game, a lot of people would recognize as being a large percentage of the success in wrestling. And if you look at a practice, we're probably looking at 95% of your practice time being spent on physical skills. But if you ask a wrestler how much of the game is mental, they'll probably tell you a large percentage. So we've kind of discovered that, if we want to get to the level we want to get to, we need to start also focusing on the mental side of the sport, and also helping us make, more solid thoughts as we move through life and try and be successful. So we're meeting one day a week and discussing some mental reps and some things that we can do to make ourselves better in our thought process of being positive, how to handle adversity and decision making and all those things, and repping our minds to be prepared for competition. We've had one so far. We have another one tonight, and we're hoping that it's going to take us to the next level.
Awesome. My middle school stuff, I'll give you a little update on what happened this past Tuesday. We were at West Salem Middle School. We wrestled Toma and West Salem. Both programs had good numbers, which is really good to see. We went 40-27. I thought we had some really good matches, doing some really good things on our feet. Just need to work on our down wrestling some more, and that was kind of the biggest thing for us, down wrestling. We just need to keep improving there. This weekend we're at Richland Center. We start at 9 o'clock, so if you can make it down there to Richland Center to support our middle schoolers, feel free to come on down. And then next week we're at West Salem again, and we will be against Westby, West Salem, and Sparta. I know Sparta's numbers, Westby's numbers aren't quite as big as Toma's, but it'll be good to get some new competition for us. Another thing we did this week in practice, we did a push-up competition. As you know, one of our coaches, Nick Johnson, runs Pursuit Personal Training, and he had our kids start to do a push-up contest, and they were going for a long time. And we had 2 winners, Andrew Weiss and Tyler Yan, made it to the point where we just had to stop because neither one of them would quit, which was pretty cool. And then we had...
they don't need mindset training. They're already there.
They just kept going, and Tyler Yan also got 100 on the pacer test in Phi-Ed class, which I thought was pretty cool.
Awesome.
So this Sunday night we have our youth practice starts, 5:30 to 6:30 for pre-K through first grade, and then Tuesday and Thursday we have our second through fourth grade practice second through third grade starting 5:30 to 6:30, and fourth through 8th grade. Most of the 8th graders probably won't go yet, but 4th through 8th grade from 6:30 to 7:30. So if you haven't signed up and you want to sign up, feel free to sign up. Got a lot of cool things happening. Get out and support Holman Wrestling. UWL is also hosting the Candlewood Suites this weekend, which is kind of a fun thing to be around. So if you aren't able to make it to Wausau or to down to Richland Center, you should try to make it. So
they also have an individual portion of their tournament going on. They're basically running 2 separate tournaments in the same area. So they have their Candlewood Suite duels, and then they have their unattached wrestlers wrestling in a round robin type tournament. So it should be a lot of fun over there at UWL as well.
Awesome. So a lot of good things happen in the area. We have one other announcement. Mr. Luloff has kind of started trying to get some interest in female wrestling and girls wrestling. So can you tell us just a little bit about that before we cut?
Absolutely. Women's wrestling is really becoming popular around the country, and especially probably starting at the senior level. U.S. world teams and Olympic teams, our women have been doing very well, and that's kind of trickling down now into various areas of wrestling. I think there are only 12 states that don't offer some type of women wrestling, and Wisconsin is one of them. Wisconsin is doing all that they can to try and not be one of those 12, and we're taking steps in the right direction. We're moving towards some possibilities for women versus women wrestling. And there are a few competitions this year, 4 or 5 out there, in which there will be divisions just for women, and allowing teams to pick and choose if they want to send their girls there. We've had some interest here at Holman High School. I've thrown out an announcement or two to see what the interest level was, and we've drawn some female athletes that are thinking about trying it. We're not going to be super intense this year with it as far as a huge level of commitment, but we really want to give them the opportunity to experience the sport and get some practices in and decide if they want to do some of these competitions. We're going to support them as they learn and try and really make it a great experience for them. So if there are any other female wrestlers out there in the high school level that are interested in trying, we'd love to have you come experience our wonderful sport and see where it goes from there. So
awesome. That's going to be it for the Coffee Grinder for this week. Again, we don't have a coffee sponsor. Maybe the Maroon Mug that is operated by Holman High School. Maybe we can get some coffee out of them.